This is The Scoop for Friday.
I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines. This week, a federal judge issued a final decision blocking part of a 2023 Florida elections law that placed new restrictions on voter registration groups. The law prevents non-U.S. citizens from collecting or handling registration applications. A chief U.S. district judge issued a permanent injunction against the part of the Florida law that targeted non-citizens, saying it violated the U.S. Constitution's Equal Protection Clause. The proposed redevelopment of Tropicana Field and the area around it would be the biggest project in St. Petersburg history. WMNF's Chris Young reports that an advocacy group wants more environmental protections in the deal.
Michael McGrath is the lead organizer for Sierra Club Florida. He says the group isn't against the deal, but wants to see it improve.
As it currently stands, we don't feel like the development agreement goes far enough to be able to address some of the concerns we have around climate resiliency, around trying to steward and also protect our natural environment, and also trying to do things around securing clean energy that the city desperately needs.
He cites St. Petersburg's 2016 pledge to transition to clean energy by 2035.
After all, St. Pete is the Sunshine City in the Sunshine State. This stadium and also all the associated development should be powered by solar energy and by clean renewable energies.
He says the St. Petersburg City Council has been receptive towards the Sierra Club and other groups' concerns.
So we're really getting close towards this thing being finalized, and we're very encouraged, also hopeful that some of the key votes on council will be able to make amendments to the development agreement that gets us a fair and better deal for residents.
On Thursday afternoon, the Sierra Club joined other organizations on the steps of City Hall to voice their dissatisfaction. For WMNF News, I'm Chris Young.
There are lawsuits in at least 2 Florida counties that have pulled a children's book based on a real-life story about penguins at a zoo from school libraries. This week, a federal judge sent to mediation one lawsuit about the removal of And Tango Makes 3 from Escambia County school library shelves. A trial is scheduled for next year. Last month, that judge ruled that 2 authors and a student could pursue First Amendment claims against the Escambia County School Board. Meanwhile, a federal lawsuit filed this week challenges the constitutionality of decisions by Nassau County school officials to remove or restrict access to library books, including Tango. Attorneys for the authors, parents, and students filed the lawsuit alleging violations of the First Amendment and Florida public meeting laws. Governor Ron DeSantis signed 11 bills yesterday, including a measure that will increase the number of circuit court and county judges, and a bill that revises a major housing law known as the Live Local Act that passed in 2023. The bill adding judges will add 2 county judges in Hillsborough County, as well as judges elsewhere in the state. That exceeds the recommendations of the Florida Supreme Court. An upside-down American flag was displayed outside the home of Supreme Court Justice Samuel Alito in January of 2021. The New York Times reports it's a symbol associated with former President Donald Trump's false claims of election fraud. The Times reports the upside-down flag was flown at Alito's house days after Trump supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol on January 6, 2021. Dozens of the rioters there were carrying similarly inverted flags while chanting slogans like "Stop the Steal." This report comes as Alito and his fellow Supreme Court justices consider 2 major cases relating to that attack, including charges faced by the rioters and whether Trump has immunity from prosecution on election interference charges. The union representing nearly 900 City of Clearwater employees has been dissolved. The Tampa Bay Times reports that comes after the union failed to meet the registration requirements of a controversial new state law. The law requires public sector unions to enroll at least 60% of eligible employees. Local governments may no longer deduct monthly dues from paychecks, forcing unions to re-enroll existing members in a new payment system and recruit any additional workers needed to meet the threshold. Traffic is slow on I-4 West from Plant City to I-75. It'll be partly cloudy, breezy, and hot today with highs in the low 90s. Tonight, mostly clear, breezy, and muggy with overnight lows in the high 70s. Tomorrow, breezy, hot, and humid. Expect widely scattered showers or thunderstorms early on Saturday with highs in the low 90s. I'm Sean Canan with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.